But that won't be the only problem the Nittany Lions face this week. In earlier weeks, the team has an issue with holding on to the football, lowering their chances at advancing downfield.
The Nittany Lions remain in the top 10, but drop from number 6 to number 8. This will be the last series before Big Ten play starts.
I'm Allie Lutter with sports. After a bye week, Penn State football returns to action tomorrow afternoon against Michigan State. The Nittany Lions have a lot of work in front of them to redefine their season after a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Ohio State. These students are participating in the annual Whiteout Campout here at Nittanyville. And it's a Big Ten weekend coming up at Jeffrey Field. Tonight, the Nittany Lions will take on Maryland at 7 o'clock and Rutgers at 3 p.m. on Sunday. The end of the regular season is already coming up next weekend.
While the Nittany Lions find themselves out of the Big Ten championship and playoff picture, a win this weekend could help them finish the season strong and better their bowl destination.
It's playoff time in high school football, which means win or go home for several area teams gearing up to make a deep run.
It was the first home game of the season for the Nittany Lions, and the energy in Pagula Ice Arena was electric from the very beginning. Senior Chris Funke started just his 7th career game and his first since last December.
I tell you what, in terms of his value to this program and to this team is immense.
The first period was scoreless, but that all changed at the start of the second. Clarkson opened up the scoring in the first 2 minutes on a goal by Nico Sturm off a great feed by Harold Ziegel. The Nittany Lions answered back 7 minutes later with a 5-on-3 power play goal by Sam Sternshine. They added more onto the power play when Liam Folks scored early in the third period, but it only took Eagle 19 seconds to answer Folks' goal to tie it at 2. Moments later, Nate Soucis intercepted a pass and buried a shorthanded goal through the legs of Jake Kiley, but Clarkson tied it at 3 less than a minute later on the same power play. With 9 minutes left, Brandon Byro buried a centering pass into the net to put Penn State ahead for good. The Golden Knights pressed for the tying goal late, but multiple Nittany Lions made key blocks, none more important than this one from Byro with less than a minute to go.
I mean, you had to block it. It was right in front of me, so.
Penn State's 27 blocks helped secure the win against a skilled Clarkson team that returned 18 players from last year's NCAA tournament squad.
I mean, I think they're excellent, so I'm really, really happy to come out with a win.
In University Park, I'm Allie Lutter with a Center County report. Freshman Penn State student Kyle Canillo can usually be found in his East Hall's dorm room, but this week you'll find him in a tent at Nittanyville.
This community has really become my family, and I've been able to, get great seats, but I've also been able to do really fun activities.
Despite camping out all week before Saturday's football game, Kyle goes about his daily routine, attending classes and doing homework. That means studying for an upcoming exam outside the stadium.
I wouldn't miss this for the world. Obviously, academics do come first, but whenever I do have free time, I'm happy to come down to Nittanyville.
Canillo says he's had fun with the activities so far, but his favorite was a dunk contest with the basketball team.
And that's not all that happens during the week. There are visits from the football team, the Lionettes, and the Blue Bands.
We try to go over each night to let these guys know how much we appreciate them.
There's even a trash can football tournament. Nittanyville is actually a student organization, and Mitchell Hatula says his experience as an officer has been exciting, but he does have a favorite part of serving on the board.
Being behind the scenes, making all the magical moments happen, being there on game day early, and just, like I said, being part of the magic.
He says a big turnout for Nittanyville is important for every game, but especially this one.
For these big games, we need to be loud, we need to be shaking the field, we need to make it difficult to play here.
These campers will be in the front rows of the stadium tomorrow, leading what ESPN has called the best student section in the nation. In University Park, I'm Allie Lutter for the Center County Report.